Hi guys, it's Mercier here. Contrary to what everyone may believe, I actually don't wear a lot of makeup every single day. I kind of cover what I need to cover and do what I need to do. So if you're interested in my everyday beginners friendly routine, then keep on watching, guys. So like I said, a lot of the things here that I did is very optional, but this is a very beginner type look. You could definitely exclude the eyeliner. You could exclude the inner corner highlight, bronzer, and the blush. You could exclude whatever you can't do at the moment, meaning like you don't have the tools or you don't know how to, but I included it all in the video, so why not try? I always start off with my brows, an L.A Girl Eyeliner, medium brown. I know it's a little weird. You don't have to use just an eyebrow pencil for your eyebrows. You could use whatever. I don't really do much because my eyebrows are naturally like this. I get my eyebrows threaded. And with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC50, I take my MAC 255 brush, I think it is. The number has rubbed off. Angled brush. I use that to clean up my brows. And it's snowing here in Mass, so if you hear the flowers, just ignore it. The primer that I use is a NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. I really like this primer because it smooths my pores and just gives me a nice smooth canvas. So next we're going to use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in the color 360 Mocha. I literally use this foundation every single day because it's nice and light and it's affordable. Don't forget your hairline. When applying foundation, you can either use a brush or a sponge. I prefer a sponge just because it goes on a little bit more seamlessly and it blends quicker for me. But you always use a tapping patting motion because you're kind of like smushing the product into your skin. The good thing about a blending sponge is that it does all the work for you. You don't have to worry about streaking like a brush would do. If you do want to use a brush for applying your foundation, I recommend a flat top brush like this. This is a Lamora brush. I got this on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. Or I recommend the NYX 03, I think it's called Buffing Foundation Brush. And of course, for my beginners out there, an alternative to a beauty blender is the Real Technique sponge. For my eyes, I'm going to put on my L.A Girl Pro Concealer in the color Chestnut. So for my everyday look, I typically don't really wear eyeshadow. I use my concealer as like my base. If you watch my 6 reasons why your eyeshadows isn't blending video, then you know what I'm about to do next. I'm about to set that concealer just a little bit. But something that's a little bit different is that because I'm not actually wearing eyeshadow, I'm going to also use my Laura Mercier powder in medium deep as my eyeshadow. So I'm going to also apply that onto the lid. So because I don't really like this naked look, I hate just naked eyes like this, I have to have something on my lid to kind of highlight my eye shape without overdoing it. So because I don't have eyeshadow on, I kind of want a crease color. You know what I'm about to use? My Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear, just to kind of give me some color in my eyes. And if you're not sure how to apply your eyeshadows, then you should know how to apply it because I just did a video on it. And because this is just a crease color, it is super easy. Even a beginner such as yourself could do this. It's very easy to do. Just swipe back and forth. The beauty of a transition color and this everyday look is that you could do this within seconds. Now because I'm extra and I like to again highlight the shape of my eyes, use a bronzer or a contour to contour the shape of my eyes. Totally optional. You could stop at this step, put on some mascara and get out the door. That's what I usually do when I'm really in a rush. But if I want to kind of look a little lively, little zhuzh, little put together, I go for this next step. I have been using my Beauty Bakerie Coffee and Cocoa palette. This palette is amazing. Just because you're a beginner doesn't mean you can't splurge on a couple things. This palette is an all-around palette. You have your bronzer color, you have your blush color. I think this is like a setting powder. I haven't used this really, and this is your highlight. So I have been using this as my like outer V color, and it's gorgeous. If you don't have the money for the Beauty Bakerie palettes, girl, go to your beauty supply store and get you the Nikka Contour Duo palette. This works just as good. Use this as your outer color. Gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe M518 brush and use the Nikka. And when you're doing this, you're tapping it. Again, if you know my blending video, you should know. But you're tapping it and then you're kind of swirling it onto your eye. And as you should know, again, from my previous video, when you put another shade, you have to go back into your original shade and blend it out. Again, don't do all this if you don't have the time. I'm just showing you my everyday look. I could do this in 15 minutes. So of course, next has to be concealer. I use my Tarte Shade Tape Concealer in the color Rich. So if you're unfamiliar with my channel, I put concealer around my mouth because I have eczema scars there. So this is obviously optional, so you don't have to do that. Concealer is mainly just to conceal your imperfections that the foundation did not cover. Now the reason why I did not put foundation around my eyes, as you saw earlier, is because I have very dry under eyes. So putting on foundation and then concealer and then powder is just too cakey for me. So less is more when it comes to makeup. If you don't like that cakey, you know, dry look, don't put as much makeup on. So one layer foundation, concealer to kind of like finish the spots that you didn't catch, powder, and that's it. Less is always more. Remember that. A tip is when you apply your concealer, look up. I know it looks really funny. Look up. It prevents it from creasing. So just always look up and always use a damp sponge. And then always, always, always make sure you blend the corners and blend it into your foundation. You don't want any harsh lines or noticeability between your concealer and foundation. And that's why I like to use the same sponge, because we use the booty of the blender for the foundation, so it kind of, you still have a little bit of foundation on it. Now, you know you gotta set your concealer, girl. Don't even play. Don't even play. So I'm going back into my Laura Mercier powder. I really like this powder. And my damp sponge again. A damp sponge to set your concealer helps with creasing as well. All of this helps. A little tip to those of you that have laugh lines around your mouth, set that with powder with a damp sponge and it will last a lot longer throughout the day. So you could definitely stop here. This is a beautiful everyday look. Throw on some mascara and you're out the door. Now for me, I have to have eyeliner. Again, if you're familiar with my channel, I think I look like I'm 10 instead of 25 when I don't have eyeliner on. So we're about to go ahead and put that on. So this is no way, no shape or form a tutorial on how to do my eyeliner, but you can certainly watch though. You know, I ain't judging you. You watching anyway. You might as well just watch. So I'm using my e.l.f. liner. It doesn't even have the name on it anymore. Along with my NYX Epic Ink Liner in the color Black. No wonder beauty gurus can't talk and do eyeliner. So I ain't gonna talk. Just watch. Shh. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. Okay. Oh my god. I can't do eyeliner on camera. I'm terrified right now. Skip that step. Ain't nobody got time. Liner adds another 15 minutes if you don't know how to do it. So if you manage to get your eyeliner down pat, and I'll go ahead and use your L.A Girl Pro Concealer. I really like this because it has a flat kind of applicator, and I kind of use that to clean up the edges. Okay, so again, you could stop here and go to work. I'm giving y'all options. Y'all could stop at any point during this tutorial as long as your face is beat. I am going to be using Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil in the color Lustricious Sapphire. That sounds so delicious. This is what it looks like. Again, you could stop here. It's up to you. But I like to kind of give my face some color. This palette is awesome since it has all the colors in it. and quickly bronze. I think bronzing is the quickest thing ever. You just go and you're done. But applying bronzer is foolproof as a beginner. You're just going in circles where your cheekbones are. Color La Vida Mocha. Just a little bit. A little goes a long way. Just for some blush. Okay, so I lied. So there is one thing that I do every day religiously, and that is do my inner corner highlight. It's just something I have to do. So using the same palette, we're gonna go into the shade. Oh my god. Look, this is my everyday lip gloss, which is my Anastasia Sepia lip gloss. A couple people wanted to see what my everyday routine is since they don't see me on an everyday basis. This is it. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. I have other beginner-friendly videos. Look in the description bar. Browse my channel. I hope this helped you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.